Welcome back to Nigeria R56, recursive, resilient, and rising. And speaking about speeches, we've got a man, Channels TV's data and information analyst, Babajide Ogunso, who is also here in our studios today. He will just give us some perspective on what he's seen so far. Jide.
Thank you, Chamberlain. We know that the solutions to Nigeria's problems had started as far back as 5.5 decades ago. Then the solutions were placed in the front of two major leaders, Abubakar Tafawa Balewa and Nnamdi Azikiwe. Today, with a population of 186 million that we have, that's 3 times what it was at the end of the First Republic in 1966. The challenges still continue. Listen to this carefully. We've thrown all sorts of problems, all sorts of solutions at the problems. General Murtala was in his 30s when he became president. We've also had presidents in their 40s. IBB, Buhari, when he came initially, was in their 40s. We've also had 50-year-old presidents, Abacha, Shonekan, Shagari, all of them were in their 50s. In 1999, when OBJ came, he was 62 years old. Currently, the president was 72 years old when he came in. Here's what it all means. We've thrown 30-year-olds at the problems of Nigeria. We haven't gotten much solutions. We've thrown 40-year-olds at the problems of the country. We still haven't gotten the solutions that a lot of Nigerians asked for. So we then threw 50-year-olds, a lot of them, at the problems of the nation. They still couldn't solve it satisfactorily to a lot of Nigerians. We then threw a 60-year-old as well. He created some solutions, but Nigerians still asked for more. So right now we have President Buhari at 73, who is faced with the challenge of solving Nigeria's problems. But perhaps a lot of people have said, maybe we haven't found the recipe to our solutions. Some say we found the recipe, but perhaps we haven't found a way to mix this recipe properly. However, what we'll have to do is, as Nigerians continue to look for the recipe that will work, to create that economic taste that they deserve for what I'll call Nigeria's economic jollof rice. We're all still waiting for the leader that will do that. And while we wait, it's Independence Day, while we wait for the leader that will create our economic jollof rice, we'll have to wait with what Nigerians currently are satisfied with, and that is party jollof rice. Happy Independence Day once again.
Well, thank you very much indeed. Jide will be coming to us and bringing a lot more, but they didn't give him what he was supposed to get, and that's the jollof rice part of it. But not to worry, that will come in much later, Jide. Well, the challenge that faces the country are recursive, but the people have been resilient with an ever-rising sense of optimism. Today, we've got a lineup of eminent Nigerians who shed light, and hopefully not heat, on some of the issues before us. Well, we're going to start with the very first of them, who joins us from Abuja, Alhaji Tanko Yakasai, OFR. He was the former special assistant to the president on National Assembly liaison. He joins us from our studios in Abuja. And then we also have Chief Edwin Clark, who was appointed Federal Minister of Information in 1975. He also joins us from our studios there in Abuja. And Mr. Femi Adesina, who sits alongside them, is the Special Advisor on Media and Publicity to the President. Then back here, we'll now have with us Professor Brown Onoha, who also joins us in the studios this evening. Professor Brown Onoha is the head of Political Science Department, University of Lagos. He holds a doctorate degree in political science and doubles as the executive director, Center for American Studies from University of Nigeria. He holds, I beg your pardon, he studied American foreign policy at the University of Michigan. And then his area of specialization is comparative politics, political economy, and political theory. Thank you for coming on this evening.
Thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome. Yeah. Oh yes, indeed. Let's start from Abuja. Now, when the flag, the Union Jack, was lowered and then Nigeria's flag was hoisted, there was a dream. But many wonder if that has been achieved. Let me start with asking Alhaji Tanko Yakasai. Now, to what extent could you say that dream that our founding fathers had for the country has been achieved 56 years on?
Well, I believe that we have recorded considerable achievements in the last 56 years. If we can compare the 56 years with the 60 years of colonial administration in Nigeria. For instance, by October 1, 1960, the road from Kano to Lagos was not tarred. The road from Kano to Sokoto was not tarred. The road from Kano to Port Harcourt was not tarred. The road from Kano to Maiduguri was not tarred. Today they are all tarred. Not only that, but new ones built 2, 3, or 5 times in terms of mileage from that number. And if you can remember that by October 1st, 1960, Nigeria had only University College Ibadan. University College Ibadan was a branch of a British university. By the last count, which I got in 3 years ago, we had 130 universities in Nigeria. If you go to the healthcare delivery system, the progress is the same. In banking, by 1960, not only the capital of our banking industry were foreign, but the management. In most cases, the best we had at that time was a branch manager, Nigerian. In the judiciary, at that time, even common magistrate, a lot of them were British.
Okay,
from the top to bottom.
We will still come back to you and get, of course, a lot more of your perspective and others in the studio with us in just a moment. Don't go away.